Well, you know what you're going to get here, don't you, at Brighton? So that made it a very hard-worked win for you.
They do. I like to watch Brighton a lot. Don't like too much to play against them because they are really good. And we knew it before the game, and you saw in the beginning especially. But of course we knew we can cause them problems as well, and we had to adapt a little bit to what they did. What I really like most about Graham and his team is you can really say how they prepare an opponent. So if the time for it, it's cool, but they really do well with this time. And the way they started, we needed to get used to. And but when we got used to it, when we adapted, then we controlled the game pretty early already. Then we let them run. Then we used the full pitch. Then we switched the side. Then we use our six to switch the side and all these kind of things. So it was a good day. And we scored a brilliant goal, obviously. Great vision and brave run. Could have scored more. I think we had 2 or 3 chances. If there were chances, with the last pass is slightly better. There are chances. Mo was sure that his situation was a penalty. I don't know. I didn't see it back. So, good game against a good opponent.
I was interested to hear what Adam Lallana was saying on the radio this week about Luis Diaz, the way he's come in into a massive football club, and he's hit the ground running, settled so quickly. He flew today for you, didn't he?
Yeah. He's a top player. But we have this, so we have no groups really in the team, but we have a couple of boys who speak Spanish or Portuguese, both languages. Luis obviously speaks pretty well, and they take him under their wings, and so the boy settled as quick as the player, and that's very helpful, obviously, and the rest is his quality. Yeah? So the way we played, look, we scouted him. We knew what he's doing naturally, and we thought that fits pretty well to what we want from an offensive player or a winger, and that's why it was not so complicated for him. But what he makes of it is special.
Jordan Henderson, especially in the first half, for me, had a really interesting role, quite high on your right-hand side as well. What was that all about?
Yeah, that's not. He can be there. That depends to where is Mo, where's Trent, where's Fab. So there are a lot of things you have to consider before your position is 100% clear. But that's all information. He would write a book about it, then it would sound really complicated. But we are long enough together now that we do this quite naturally. But we have a lot of good moments on the right with the right triangle. That's true. It was then either Hendo crossing, Mo in the half space, Trent crossing, all these kind of things. It is. Yeah, after the long time we worked together, it would be kind of really bad if you would not have a few patterns at least.
And talking of coaching and the way you do things, you mentioned Graham earlier. As a top coach yourself, then, how do you look on him and where he stands at the moment as English coaches? Graham, what he's done?
For me, I don't want to compare now with other English coaches, but for me, he's a top-class coach, and I hope Brighton knows that. Honestly, I mean it, because. I'm not sure exactly about the resource of the club and stuff like this, but the scouting is great, the players they have is great, and the way they play is absolutely outstanding. When you see it now today again, it's like they have good strikers, but in the end they don't finish the situations off somehow. And in the end, the quality in the Premier League, then we score, I'm not sure it was the first situation, but it was for sure not the 5th or 6th situation. That's the quality of the opponent, so it can happen, but they don't give up to the boys in half-time. Whatever happens here, they will not stop playing football. So we are 2-0 up, 3-0 up, boop, they still play, and if they score 1, fine. If they score 2, fine. I like that a lot. And I think beyond football peoples, he couldn't be rated.